All right, guys, let's have some fun today. I'm going to be raffling off a Native Instruments S61 MIDI keyboard to one Sync Academy member who was able to complete his or her Sync 60 challenge. Marked off yes for every single weekly goal, and obviously marked off yes for the entire 60-day goal being accomplished. So the S61 keyboard is a beast. It's awesome. I've given away, I think, 4 or 5 of these things at this point. It comes with some sounds, some great things you can get started with, but really great features to make producing music more enjoyable and easier in many ways. And hopefully it'll be a big boost of motivation to one of you that gets to have this really cool upgrade for your studio. So I'm just really excited and honored to be able to, push this stuff out to you guys and give you a little bit of a boost. But I do want to say, obviously, for everybody that participated with us with Sync 60, you're all winners because you guys were all challenging yourself to do something that was really hard. I have here actually the list of the, I think we had 40. Well, number one's not a number because that's the name column. So 46 of you guys were able to mark yes on every single one of your columns. And just look how much work is being done here in Sync Academy. It's crazy. It's really, really cool. And I really do think the more that you guys are working hard in our community, the more that it sort of spreads out and influences other members and makes them think, man, I really better start working hard. And I heard that actually comment from quite a few of you guys that you had some weeks where you weren't really feeling like making your getting your weekly goal accomplished, and then you saw all these yeses there and you're like, I don't want to be the one that's putting no. So you just kicked yourself into gear and got it done so that you could mark that yes. And I think that's why Sync 60 works so well for so many producers. It's 2 reasons. Number one, you're writing down your goals. As you can see, everybody's writing down their own individual, overall goal, Sync 60 goal, but then they're breaking it down into these weekly goals. I think writing things down holds you accountable to what you said you were going to do, right? And especially writing it down in a place where other people can read it. You didn't just write it down for yourself. Other people can see what goals you set for yourself within Sync Academy. So I think that helps add a little bit of accountability to yourself to make sure you do get what you said you were going to get done, accomplished. But the second thing is, of course, just that community feeling that we're all in this together. We're all accomplishing our own individual goals, but we're sort of a team here in Sync Academy, just sort of trying to encourage and benefit each other here. And of course, along the way, you could have been posting your tracks to the feedback corner, getting some helpful advice there. If you wanted to collaborate, we have the collaborations area. There's obviously all the 120 hours of tutorials, not to mention Sync Psych, plugins and palettes. We have a lot of great, awesome content in Sync Academy. So really cool stuff for you guys to be checking out and being involved with. But I really do think it's this stuff that makes the community so powerful. It's the work that you guys are doing. I mean, I'm proud of this, but this isn't my work. I didn't do any of this. You guys did all of this kind of cool stuff. And you just, put your sort of nose down and just did the work. And sometimes that's really all it takes is just getting the work done and showing up. But obviously breaking your goals into mini weekly goals so that it's more palatable and more easy to do. For those of you that did not accomplish your goals, I hope at least you learned something about your production process. Maybe your goal was set a little too high, too ambitious. You need to kind of create something that's a little bit more easy to accomplish next time or realistic to accomplish. And I've always said this, there is no goal too small. If you've only got an hour to devote to your music career right now because you've got a full-time job and other obligations, take the hour and use it and make the most out of it. And then after a couple of months, maybe you can boost it to 2 hours or maybe 4 hours. But do not do this thing where you're like, well, I'll wait until summertime when I have more time, then I'll get started on this. Or I'll wait until next year. Or I had one student that was like, well, I want to get started now, but I'm going to retire in a couple of years. Maybe I should just wait until I retire so I have full time to devote to this. I don't encourage it because the longer you put this off, the more potential excuses you can have in the future to say, well, now that I'm retired, I've got to do this and I got to do that, and I've got these hobbies I want to do. So once I get these hobbies done, then I'll get started. There's never a good time to get started. I should say there's never a better time to get started than today, right now. As soon as you feel that motivation, that kick in to go, like, I need to start working hard at this stuff, that's the time to get started with your career. Okay, so I hope that those of you that even were not able to complete your goal, you at least learned something about what might be getting in your way, what's distracting you, or maybe just setting different types of goals for yourself in the future so that you can mark yes on these columns. Okay, and lastly, before we spin the wheel and find out who wins, if you want to do your own Sync 60 challenge, you don't have to wait for us as a community to get started. There is a form in Sync 60 that looks just like this. You can download it and you can create your own personal challenge. You don't even have to do 60 days. You could do a 30-day challenge or a 1-week challenge. It doesn't matter. You design it for yourself. So I want to make sure that you guys are aware of that even though we will do another one of these probably in early spring, you don't have to wait for us to get productive, right? You should be getting productive on a consistent basis in your sync licensing career anyways. So hopefully when you participate with us, it kind of gets this habit formed that you can, and this sort of track record of the fact that you do have the ability to set a goal for yourself, mark it down, and say yes and get it all accomplished. That's a great habit to start getting the habit of. But don't wait for us, for the next community one, to keep producing music and improving your craft however you feel that you need to. You can set your own personal goals. So I just wanted to just remind you guys of that. So here's how we're going to do it. I always grab this really handy dandy number picking wheel that I've made sure will spin extra long so we can keep the suspense nice and high. And I've numbered it 2 through, I think I put the 47. Yeah, so it's 2 through 47. You can see it stops at 47 right there. Yeah, and then we start over at 2. So what we're going to do is spin it, find a number, and whatever number we get, we're going to correspond it to whoever here is here on the Excel sheet, and you will be the big winner. Now, if you're the winner, you have to do this, okay? You got to email me, jesse@syncmymusic.com. Send me your mailing address. I don't have it here with me. I don't have the S61 here. What I'm going to do is go right to Native Instruments website, order it from them. If you send me an email today, I'll order it today, and I'm going to ship it directly to you within usually 48 hours. So you're going to have this keyboard in your studio by the end of this week, okay? So email me as soon as you see this so that I can get this out to you right away, all right? So let's go ahead and get started, all right? Here we go. Here we go. 25. And that looks like Moses Watkins. Moses, congratulations, man. You've got yourself an S61 keyboard coming your way. So you need to email me, send me your mailing address, your physical mailing address, so that I can get it sent off to you. And I think that it will require a signature. So just make sure we can coordinate, you know, that you're going to be able to sign for it, man. So congrats to you, buddy. I know you're going to make great use out of this thing, and hopefully it's going to be a big boost of motivation for you moving forward. And again, thanks to all of you guys for being really awesome, productive members of this cool community that we have here. When I started Sync Academy a couple of years ago, I didn't even think this would be what we're doing. I don't know what I didn't really have much of a vision. It was just kind of like, I want a cool, productive, positive place for producers that want to learn about sync licensing to kind of hang out and motivate each other, basically. But I did not anticipate this much enthusiasm and work going into it. And so I'm just really honored and humbled to be a part of your guys' journey here, and to see you guys growing and doing so well. And I invite you, if you're not in Sync Academy and you're looking for a productive, awesome, motivating place to be on a daily basis, to participate in cool challenges like this, to get education on the tutorials we have, to get some feedback from some other members, to just be a part of a really cool thing. I encourage you to join us in Sync Academy. There's a link in the description box below. You can learn more about what it includes and how you can get started with us. But again, there's never a better time to get started than right now. And I think the Sync Academy is the best place to be in terms of getting educated, getting motivated, and staying encouraged, and obviously getting connected. Because, you know, let's face it, this is going to be a really isolating business. It's really hard sometimes to do this by yourself. I have many members that they'll be with us for a while and then they'll leave and they'll come back like a year or two later because they're like, it's just so lonely. It sucks being by yourself out here. And, you know, I felt like in Sync Academy, I was kind of plugged into this cool thing. That's really what we try to create here. It's just this cool thing, this cool little group that we have online that makes you feel that you are a part of something, and that you really do have support when you need it. When you're feeling burned out, when you're feeling demotivated, when you're not sure what to do, you're just confused. We've got over 1,100 members that can potentially go in and help you and answer and collaborate with you and connect with you. So we got some really cool stuff going on in there. So I encourage you to join us. You can get that in the description box below. So that's what I got, guys. Congratulations, Moses. And to all the rest of you guys, keep up the hard work and keep making that awesome, great, high quality, licensable music.